And now for our featured guest speaker today. I have the pleasure of introducing Kent State's new president, Dr. Beverly Warren. President Warren was announced as Kent State's 12th president this past January and began her leadership role on July 1st. Prior to coming to Kent State, President Warren spent the last 14 years at Virginia Commonwealth University, including service as provost and senior vice president. Her distinguished career also includes faculty positions at Lander University, Auburn University, Smith College, and Appalachian State University in her home state of North Carolina. She holds a bachelor's degree from the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, a master's degree from Southern Illinois University, a Doctor of Education degree from the University of Alabama, and a PhD from Auburn University. Throughout her career, President Warren has earned a reputation as a superb teacher and administrator, and as a respected researcher in areas from exercise physiology to urban education. In even a short amount of time spent with President Warren, you'll find she is passionate about higher education, especially its power to make a positive difference for individuals, communities, and society. She is committed to helping Kent State and the City of Kent reach even greater levels of excellence. Please join me in welcoming President Beverly Warren.
Well, good morning, everyone, on this Matthias Theala Day. I love it. I am delighted to join you in the great tradition of the Bowman breakfast. So let me start with a heartfelt thank you to everyone who has worked so very hard to make this a special gathering possible. It's a packed house, so I do think we need to thank our dining services for really being able to feed the crowds. And I also add my sincere thanks to each and every one of you for starting your day a little earlier today and to help me explore with you the positive and productive partnership between a city and its university. Attending my first Bowman breakfast as a new Kent State resident is a source of great pleasure and great expectation. As of today, I have served this wonderful community for exactly 100 days. And you know, each of those days has been a whirlwind of activity, and each has inspired me, challenged me, and affirmed my early perceptions that the people who call Kent their home are a special group. And I am so pleased now that Kent is my new home as well. I may be a bit biased, but I have ample evidence that the warmth, caring, and personal engagement of the Kent community are more than special. They are truly unrivaled in this region, and they are among the many reasons I truly am thrilled to be a part of this dynamic and diverse communiversity. I am also excited to have joined you at a time of continuing transformation and virtually unlimited promise. Although I was not here to see downtown Kent before, I know that the after is an amazing testament to the power of a partnership and to many partnerships, especially the Town and Gown partnership that deserves all of the national recognition that it has received. I am here because I want to help build the momentum that has taken us so far. And I want to do so in ways that make a meaningful difference for Kent State, our home city, and most of all, for the students who will be tomorrow's leaders, innovators, and engaged citizens. In the next few minutes, I will share some of what I've been doing toward that goal in my first few months on the job. And I will outline some presidential priorities for this academic year. Each is intended to set the stage for a bold and bright future for all of us and for all those we serve. You know, we don't have to wait for the future to find out the countless reasons we can all be proud of our community and our community's character and accomplishments. I continue to be very impressed as I learn about the remarkable range of Kent State accomplishments, from stunning artistic achievements to cheer-worthy athletic feats to the discovery of new knowledge. They reflect really the dedicated efforts of countless individuals, world-class faculty scholars, multi-talented staff members, students intent on making a difference, and loyal alumni who have never stopped caring about this wonderful place. Our many reasons for pride are also the legacies of the strong and visionary leaders who preceded me. I've had the great honor and true, genuine pleasure of spending some time with three of them: Michael Schwartz, Carol Cartwright, and Lester Lefton. Each of these remarkable individuals helped build an academic system that in 2014 can hold its own with the best universities anywhere. As evidence, Kent State has earned a spot in the 2015 edition of Best Colleges. As many of you know, the U.S. News and World Report publication is a high-profile resource for many prospective college students and their families. Kent State is the only public university in Northeast Ohio to make the first tier of the publication's best national universities. I do not and will not take for granted that I have truly inherited the leadership of an institution that is on the rise. That knowledge made me determined to hit the ground running from my first moment in office. With the support of a truly remarkable team, I was able to do just that. In fact, I think we would all qualify for a spot on the Golden Flashes track team. But seriously, it is fundamentally important to me that I make the most of every minute. As I do, I hold myself fully accountable to this university community and to the town I now call home. So let me offer a sample of how I've spent my first 100 days as president and the true honor of being your president. As someone new to the university and to the region, I devoted a significant amount of time to listen and learn. It was not a coincidence that on my first day in office was also the launch of my listening tour. The tour is a way for me to meet the broad spectrum of Kent State constituents, and it allows me to ask the revealing question, what is the heart of Kent State? The tour has taken me across the university and across the region, and certainly across the state and country over the next few months. It was important to me that my first stops included 2-day immersions at our 7 regional campuses. I met with faculty, staff, and students, and I toured the surrounding communities to learn as much as I could in those 2 days. In the process, I sampled Ohio vintage wine at Ferrari Winery in Ashtabula. I attended the Stark County Balloon Classic. I made a plate at the Homer Laughlin Chinaware Factory in East Liverpool. I visited the new Talati Technology Incubator in Tuscarawas County. I discovered the Inspiring Minds and Enactus programs at Kent State Trumbull. I learned about the Rural Scholars Program at Salem and East Liverpool. And I had close encounters of the mooing and oinking kind as 4-H students shared their pride and joys at the Great Geauga County Fair. The listening tour is just one way I have been working to build relationships with new colleagues on and off campus. My calendar has overflowed with visits to key donors and friends of the university. It has been filled with meetings with local political leaders and state legislators, U.S. congressional representatives, and discussions with dozens of regional CEOs. And I might add, some are here today, and I thank you so much for your attendance today. Here in Kent, I have enjoyed a number of conversations with City Manager Dave Roller. In fact, this is not my first town and gown breakfast. On my first day in office, I joined Dave and others at a breakfast with the mayor and city and university leaders. And I have also enjoyed talking to several local groups and chatting with other Kentites at venues from the Heritage Festival to my new hair salon. My pledge to all of them and to you is that I will do everything in my power to continue and build the positive, productive partnership between Kent and Kent State. Because I want to connect directly with our university family, I've taken up tweeting, and I have almost become accustomed to the phenomenon known as the selfie. I believe I may have set the record for selfie poses at our Employee Appreciation Day last month. This new tradition was one of my favorite campus events this semester. It allowed me to personally thank Kent State's remarkably talented employees. The caliber and caring of our employees, both our world-class faculty and our dedicated staff, are the keys to Kent State's success. For example, their investment of time and talent is the key to our great success in enrolling and retaining students. The 4,245 freshmen on the Kent campus this fall are already record setters, as they represent the most academically accomplished freshmen in our history. We shattered another record with 81.7% of students returning for their sophomore year, and that is up from 77.6% last year and well above the national average for first-year retention. Now you know why you might wait a little longer at Yogurt V and Twisted Melts and Insomnia cookies. And we achieved the highest six-year graduation rate in university history, which rose from 54.8%, up 4 points from this time last year. John, thank you for leading that clap, but I'm going to say this is good news, but we must do better. A great university must graduate more than half of its students in 6 years. I know we can do that. I want to share one more statistic. More than 78% of our freshman class is taking 15 or more credit hours in this fall semester. Taking fewer than 15 hours per semester really leads to a longer journey from convocation to commencement. We want as many students as possible to complete that journey and to do so in 4 years, not 6. So we are providing a wide and growing range of support to make that happen, and I thank my faculty colleagues for working every day to make that happen, because my faculty colleagues are on the front line of how our students succeed. It is because of them that we don't lower the bar, we keep the bar high, and we give support for leaping over it. My first 100 days have also had me sporting hard hats and lifting a few shovels at celebrations related to our Foundations of Excellence, Building the Future initiative. This is the university's bold investment in campus modernization, with projects ranging from new buildings to environmentally conscious upgrades. It is historic in size, scope, and significance. In recent weeks, we dedicated the new home of our Wick Poetry Center, and we broke ground for the stunning new home of our College of Architecture and Environmental Design. As I speak, we are renovating our science buildings, building a research addition to advance interdisciplinary science, completing a new aeronautics and technology building, and creating a center for the visual arts. We will soon break ground on a new home for our Division of Institutional Advancement, where Du Bois Bookstore once sat. The division oversees our vitally important work in alumni relations and private fundraising. The kind of great news that I have mentioned earlier this morning has led a growing number of individuals, foundations, and businesses to notice and support Kent State and its upward trajectory. These strengthened connections are being translated into scholarships, internships, and other support. It is telling that we have seen both an increased annual giving, currently at close to $9 million, up over $2 million from this time last year, and an increase in the number of pledges, up 600 over this time last year. I'm grateful for that support, and I know that we can count on this wonderful community to help support our mission to be your university and one of the nation's best universities. The schedule I have just described has not left me with a lot of time for free time, or quite honestly, a lot of sleep. But I wouldn't have it any other way, especially since the talented people around me and the caring community I have discovered keep me energized and excited about what lies ahead. In my remaining time with you this morning, let me summarize what I see as 5 top priorities for a strong first year together. Ensuring a student's first philosophy always has been and always will be my top priority. That means ensuring that students in every major have the education, experiences, environment, and support they need to graduate and succeed professionally and lead a productive life to benefit society. Fulfilling this top priority means we must continue to boost retention and graduation rates. And because our graduates must compete and cooperate in a global society, we must continue to build awareness of and respect for diversity. Everything from ethnic to religious diversity, and to diversity of ideas and perspectives. Another priority we will pursue is enhancing Kent State's distinctive identity. The university's wealth of intellectual, physical, and cultural resources is significant by any measure. These resources make Kent State a whole that is far greater than the sum of its parts in terms of its impact on this community and on the world. And we want this vision to be a shared vision. We need a clear vision for our future. Feedback from the listening tour will shape the platform from which we will launch that shared vision and bring it to life. The listening tour will conclude toward the end of December, and I look forward to the spring when we will then begin to say, what is it that is the heart of Kent State? As is the case with most large public universities, gaining clarity on our vision and refining our message will be critical to our future success. We must move forward knowing that our work together is not about doing more with less, but about doing the important things better. And we must clearly articulate Kent State's dynamic and distinctive role in higher education. The next priority I want to mention is increasing our global competitiveness. From multinational research projects to international exchange programs to our international students and alumni, Kent State is connected to literally every corner of the world. We must embrace fully our role as a public research university. To achieve that goal, we must better define our research priorities. And we must support our faculty as they contribute new knowledge, new ideas, and innovative applications that make a real-world difference. It is our responsibility as a public research university to bring knowledge and better understanding to the world's grand challenges and wicked problems. And so we must identify those great global challenges where, through coordinated cross-disciplinary efforts, Kent State can make an inspiring difference. I will ask our faculty, working with the provost and the deans, to do so, to help define those grand challenges where we have the greatest capacity to make a difference. As we maximize our impact through research, we must build a strong graduate education program, and that will occur through students who choose Kent State University because of the world-class faculty we have attracted to our institution. In short, we must realize that investment in a strong and coordinated research program lifts the entire university. An equally vital priority is leveraging Kent State's global reach for local impact. It is a fact of economic life that regional prosperity requires the capacity to compete globally. Kent State's public service mission includes helping our region, state, and city to build that capacity. To the greatest extent possible, we will utilize our worldwide assets and our global relationships toward that ongoing goal. I share the view that Kent is well on its way to becoming a destination college town. In fact, I am convinced that in the months to come, we will solidify Kent's reputation as the kind of cool city that attracts creative people and is known as a great place to live and work. Creative people generate the fresh ideas that fuel ongoing economic growth, and it will position Kent as an engine of innovation for Northeast Ohio. The fifth and final priority is planning for a sustainable and vibrant future. This one is all about ensuring Kent State's financial stability. This is especially critical at a time when state support for higher education is a shrinking percentage of our total budget. So we must continue to attract high-achieving students, faculty, and staff. We must continue to invest in our facilities and our infrastructure, and we must diversify and grow resources from private giving to federal grants and contracts. So there you have it. That was a fast-paced version of my first few months on the job, and a glimpse of what the coming months might hold for us. So in closing, I want to reiterate that I was drawn to Kent because of the energy and commitment of the people who live, work, learn, and create here. I was drawn by the audacity to dream boldly that frames the history of this community. As I learn about our past, I am reminded of the intense firing process that melds metal into everything from jewelry to the beams that support our skyscrapers. Our community has been through the fires of adversity, and it has emerged with the strength of steel and the brilliant beauty of gold, silver, and bronze. Most importantly, it emerged with a deep commitment to making a positive difference in this world. I hear about those traits on every listening tour stop. When I ask participants to describe Kent State in one word, they say, and sometimes with lumps in their throats, that we are home, caring, accepting, welcoming, and inspiring. Although I've only been a member of the Kent State family for 100 days, I can and do second those emotions. And I can state without hesitation that in this uncertain and impatient world, our community is poised to lead. The future we face together will be one that Daniel Pink envisions in a whole new mind. He writes that the future belongs to those who frame their thinking from the right side of their brain. The creators, the artists, the empathizers, the pattern recognizers, and the meaning makers. In this new age, it is creativity, innovation, empathy, and big picture thinking that will be rewarded and recognized. If you agree with this view, you share my belief that the future we face together will summon us to forge new connections, and it demands that we cross the traditional boundaries that have for far too long siloed our thinking. From what I have observed, we are inherently ready for that type of inclusive interaction, to welcome all ideas, to explore our many talents, and to do so knowing that our diversity makes us all better thinkers, creators, and doers, and makes our community much stronger. On this 100th day of my life and work at Kent State and in the city of Kent, I say to my new community, may we embrace this ever-changing world together. May we lead with courage tempered by our core values of integrity, respect, and ethical judgment. And as suggested by our Board of Trustees Chair, Dennis Eckert, may we boldly ask, why not, instead of why? The world is ours to embrace together, and together we can and will make a difference. I can't wait to ride the journey with you throughout the years. Thank you, everyone.